Today we're going to show you how to rig a duck decoy, goose decoy for shallow water applications. A lot of people are used to like a braided line and a weight and wrapping around the keel. I'm going to show you a little different way to do it. Makes it easier to pick up, easier to transport, easier to place your decoys and your spread, especially in cold weather situations. Your hands get cold and stuff. So this is going to help you out if you're hunting shallow water. Here at FLG, we use G&H Decoys, just a USA-made decoy, one of the last all USA-made decoy. Very good quality. We just love them. Let me show you some features that stuck out to me when we decided to go with G&H. This is their Magnum swivel head mallard. First thing that I've experienced in the past with other decoys is the paint doesn't hold up. With G&H, these are all hand painted, very anatomically correct. The green on the Drake mallards is molded in, so you're not going to get paint chipped on these here. They're going to last a long time. You've got a glass inserted eye, which is a very natural looking eye, as opposed to a plastic that can get scratched and dulled. So this is going to stay shiny. They've added a lot of white to this, still anatomically correct, but they've brightened up the Drake to make it stand out on the water, very visible from a long ways away. They have pre-punched your holes for not only the old style way of rigging decoys, braided line and weight, but they've got holes here for the way we're going to do it already, so you don't have to drill them. This is a weighted keel, like I said, swivel head. They've also come out with a stake that, hang on, I'll show you. This is called their conversion stake. You can either take this on an older decoy or older style and slide this over the top, and now you can use that in the field. They've even went as far as giving you orange stakes for mallards for the orange feet and black stakes for geese for black feet. And then on their newest decoys, they've pre-notched the keel, so this stake without the conversion on it fits right on there, and you can stick that in the ground for field decoys. If you want to use your water decoys for field decoys at any point, you can use these conversion stakes. Works really well. But very high quality. Now on the bottom here, you'll notice on a flat bottom decoy on most brands, when the water gets choppy, your decoy is going to run like this, and that's not very natural. They've put a cupped bottom on these. It's cupped in. I don't know if you can see that, but it's cupped in, and that will let that decoy run fore and aft, which is a very natural ride on the water, just like a real duck. So very good decoy. I would highly suggest getting on their website. It's at the bottom of your screen. Check them out. Call Ward there at G&H if you got any questions. He'll be happy to help you. He'll answer any questions. They've got a lot of different stuff, a lot of different species, field decoys, water decoys, turkey decoys. They got some awesome, I don't have any here, but they got some awesome mesh decoy bags. Sturdiest bag I've ever seen. I got to see one there when I visited them at their place there in Henrietta, Oklahoma. So, and I'll be having some of those soon. So, this is their goose floater. Again, swivel head, glass eyes, all hand painted, very anatomically correct. A lot of white, stands out in the water. Same design on the bottom, cupped bottom, weighted keel. They do have the hook, so you can If you're doing the braided line, you can wrap around so it doesn't untwist while you're on the water. There's 6-pack of goose floaters, come with 6 different head designs to make it very realistic. They got a sleeper in there and a sentry and a bowl and a couple different other ones. So another pretty cool thing that they got is if you do decide to go with braided line, they have a decoy weight that you can fill with sand and cap it, and you put the string on here, slide it right on here, that for easy transporting. We won't be using that because we're doing a different style rigging, but those are pretty good, solid weight, and they store nicely. So, that's why we like G&H. Awesome decoy, made in the USA. Let me show you some rigging now. We're going to go ahead and rig this Drake mallard here. I purchased my rigging kit from a company called SNL Corporation, I believe, SNL Industries. It's a commercial fishing supplier out of Florida. Website's at the bottom of your screen. You can look at that. They got a complete kit for rigging decoys this way. This is a 400-pound monofilament line, basically tangle free. I've cut it into 6-foot lengths. That's probably the most you want to go as far as depth to prevent things from getting messy in your decoy bag or in your boat. Most applications, shallow water, you're not going to go over 6 foot anyway. I've seen as shallow as, making these 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, whatever you want, whatever you feel like you're going to be hunting mostly. We got some double copper sleeves. They're 2.2 millimeter. These come with a kit. Basically buy the kit is what I suggest from SNL. And if you don't have a crimper, you can get a kit that includes a crimper, which is what I did. So basically we're going to tie a loop. Let's put a sleeve on first. Give yourself about a foot of tag there, and then tie an overhand, pinch there, and then we're going to double this up just because this is going to be what we're grabbing when we pick up these decoys with our cold hands. So we want a good sturdy loop there to grab onto. You're going to put that back through the sleeve, tighten that up just like that. We're going to crimp that twice with our crimpers so that doesn't go anywhere. You have a little tag there. You want to cut off any tag ends because you don't want to get tangled up on anything, weeds, logs, stumps, anything, clothing. So there's your one end right there with the loop. We're going to put this through the front of the decoy in this upper hole here on the keel, top of the keel. If your keels don't have holes in them, just pre-drill. Just make sure, these holes are actually as big as you want to go. You can drill just over the size of your monofilament so it doesn't pull through, basically, when you're out in the water. So you have that on there. You can use any kind of weight on the bottom. I like to use egg weights, a 4-ounce egg weight, just because it'll slide on the line. So if the decoy wants to move around and this is on the bottom and it goes into shallower water, it'll slide around and let the decoy float naturally, basically. So, and then we want to put a stopper on the end of this, the other end of this monofilament. So let's take another sleeve, put on the end, make a loop back through, and just tighten that right to the end like that. Gonna crimp twice again. cut the tag end off. Again, you want no tag ends on there because you don't want anything getting caught up on there. So there's your stop for your weight. As you can see, the weight will not go past that. Okay. So this is sitting in the water. I'm going to demonstrate this on the water too for you in this video, but this is sitting on the water. This is on the bottom like that, and then when you come along and want to pick up, you just grab this loop which is under here and pull this up, and there you have it right there. Let me show you a finished dozen here. There's these. I've just tied a couple overhand knots in the down here by the bottom, and then up here just to shorten up the line for transporting. See, you can pick this whole dozen up just like that, and those are magnums. So couple things. You want to make sure that your lines are all the same length or close. For that reason, you want those all to pick up together. Let's go ahead and rig a goose decoy real quick so I can show it to you again. Here's our another 6-foot pre-cut line. Put a double copper sleeve on there, about 1 foot for the loop. Do an overhand, pull, and then just loop through, twist through this loop again to make it a double twist. And then that tag comes out like that. Put this other end of the sleeve in, push that up there, crimp, cut the tag end off. Other end goes through the front, pull, I've got some 5-ounce weights which I'm going to put on my geese because they're a little bigger decoy. 6 would probably be the most that you need depending on how windy a situation you're in or how much current you're in. Double copper sleeve on the end for a stop, back through the other end of it, tighten it to the end. Crimp it, cut the tag end off, and you're done. Now you have a goose decoy rigged. You can get pre-cut kits. I don't think they come in 6 foot from S&L. That's why I like to get the bulk kit because I definitely hunt 5 to 6 foot of water, so I wanted to cut my own at 6 foot. Wanted to have that flexibility. You know, you go too short and then you're stuck with 3 or 4 foot of water. So other than that, we're gonna go on out to the river so I can show you how easy it is to transport and toss these decoys into the water a dozen at a time. You can toss a dozen at a time; they won't tangle up, and then you can pick them up very easily, very quickly. So head on out to the river, and I'll show you how we set them up. Hey, we made it here to the river. Got my decoys here that we just rigged up. The way I showed you back there at the office. Very easy transporting. You can bag them up, you can throw them in the back of your truck, you can throw them in your trailer, in your boat. Easy to sling over your shoulder and walk it if you're doing a walk-in hunt. So very easy to transport. So let me show you how easy they are to throw into the river, throw into the water, and get set up. Follow me. Okay, we got our decoys here. Let's untie our big overhand knots here, the ones we use for transporting. Now keep in mind, this toss is just to get the decoys out in the water. You will have to do some adjusting. You know, sometimes these ends get a little bit tied up, but it's a lot quicker than throwing one decoy at a time like we're used to. So let me get this loosened up here a little bit. Take our whole group, pinch it down here like this, toss it out here like this. And then we'll go out and do some adjusting. But as you can see, very easy to get set up. Okay, I got these all spread out after tossing them out, you know, a little hand adjustment. One thing I didn't tell you when we were building those couple decoys, rigging them up, is what I'll do with a dozen decoys, I'll take about 4 of them and put the monofilament in the back hole in the keel instead of the front hole, and that way you get a couple birds that will ride backwards from the other ones, make the spread a little more realistic, kind of like this sleeper here on the goose. And you know, you got a couple mallards that are running backwards from the other ones. So again, these decoys are from G&H Decoys in Henrietta, Oklahoma. Gave you the website earlier. Very good decoy, made in the USA, all made in the USA. I gave you some of the features on them. Look good in the water. I would really suggest looking into these decoys. They'll last you a long time, and you'll be very happy with them. These are just as easy to pick up this way, rigged this way, and I'll show you that now. Okay, remember the loop that I was telling you about would be right underneath the keel, or right by the keel? That's what we're going to grab when we pick these up. So we're going to reach right under here and grab that loop. The loop is right here. Back the way you want them. Go ahead and pull it down. Tie that overhand knot in there. And they're ready for transport. Alright, I'll pick up the mallards now. As you can see, within a matter of minutes, I've got all of the Mallard decoys picked up, ready for transport. I want to thank you for watching today. Hope you got some information out of this. Hopefully this will make your decoy rigging and setups easier. These are G&H Decoys. We love them here at FLG. Very good decoy. Happy with them. Go check them out. Any questions or comments, just post them on the YouTube there, in the comment section, or on our website. Don't forget to go to our website, at the bottom of your screen, at the end of this video. Sign up for our gear deal alerts. I'm Rooney with First Light Gear, and that's what we do.